So, hello again. We are back on another full house renovation, this time for the same customer as well. And so we started off with the board change, get that done out the way first thing. So we know everything's all tested out, board's changed. We know that whatever we install now is going to be on the up and up. So starting off, we're in this kitchen here. We've got all the new kitchen plans. So we're just running through, working out exactly what needs to be changed, what needs to be added in. So then the new kitchen plans will work as they're supposed to. So we've gone along and marked up on the walls. So we've got a fridge freezer here, a little tall oven unit to put there. So we're going to put an oven isolator directly above it. We're going to be removing this spur, removing this socket. We've got an oven point that's going to be moved across for the new hob to connect into. That's going to be right here. Again, we've got a point for the extractor fan that's already pulled in. We're going to rectify that, change that, so it's actually going to work properly. Got double socket over here, a spur over here that's going to be changed for a double socket. Again, just to give you more working area where you can plug things in. Coming across, we've got the sink unit. So we're going to be removing this socket and this spur. We're going to be moving that down. So then we've got a point underneath the sink to connect up your washing machine or dishwasher, whichever they choose to put in here. Then across, we've got the boiler here, but generally with these properties, they always remove the boiler from the kitchen, move them up into the airing cupboard and fit a combi boiler. Just they're nice and simple and easy to use, easy to maintain because they're rented properties. So obviously you're going to have to take away these boiler controls and the heating controls. We're going to put in a nice Hive thermostat. So again, easy to use for the customers and there's never really get many issues with them. So then this spur again will be removed and changed into a double socket to give you plenty of working space above the counters. So let's get started. First things first is the oven point. Even though it only needs to be moved to here, because we haven't got the excess cable, we don't want to be putting joints in the wall. We're going to chop out the cable, pull it back, across the ceiling, back through the joists, then run back down to the new point right there. That chopped out. When we chop out dotted dab walls, we like to do the width of the level. So when the lads come back in to fit in a bit of plasterboard in there, they know exactly the right width they need to cut it out, put it in, ready to skim over. Easy as that. So we've got that pulled back, put out into the new position. Next up is these two dangling lights, which we're going to pull them up to the exact height so they come out on top of the wall units. So that way, for the undercounter units that run the whole way around, we've got our power supplies up there, we can do our junction boxes up there, and everything's nice, neat, tidy out the way, as well as accessible. So if there's any issues in the future, you can get straight to them. So let's pull these up now. There we go. Got these chased up, ready for the connections up top. We've just put them on Wagos temporarily, so we can actually have some light in here and see what we're doing. Now what we're going to do is these spurs for all these under-counter sockets and switches, we're going to disconnect these, get rid of the links down to them, pull off these sockets below, and get these changed for some nice double sockets. And there we go. So we've now isolated all the stuff that we don't actually need. So now all we've got left is the ring main that comes into these spurs ready to be changed over for double sockets and be actually usable.
Chop out this box, get a nice little level across there, keeping it exactly in line where it should be. Make sure you're getting your little notch up top in line. There and there.
There we go, so we've chopped in that box and we've now changed from what was the same over here, a single spur, is now a nice usable double socket to match this one over here. There we have it then. So all done in this kitchen, all the first fix. So now we've got double socket, like we said over there, that we've changed from a spur that's now going to feed down there to underneath the sink for a washer or a dishwasher. The other spur we've changed into a double socket. Another double socket for you. The spur that is now going up to the extractor fan that's actually inside the boxes there, just dangling out of the wall. The socket that we've removed for the old oven supply, pulled that back across down to the new oven supply, which we've then got into an isolator with another single socket on it, down to a connection point that will be underneath the hob. Go back up again, then you've got the wall lights that are now clipped up nicely above where the units will be, so they can come out on top, and we can do all our connections and our junction box up there. Got a feed dropping out because we're having a double stacker unit for the oven, so I like to put the isolators in the back of the top unit so they're nice and out of the way, but if you ever need to get to them, it's just reach up, flick on and off. And then finally a supply down for your socket that's going to be an integrated fridge freezer there. So that's all the first fixing done in this little kitchen, and the next job is going to be this ceiling, getting rid of that old horrible light and getting in nice spotlights to run all the way through, get it nice and bright in here so you can see what you're doing. Yeah, so that's today's job.